choose how that money is spent to meet those outcomes in our plans. So if that's being a little bit creative, then so be it. And it's all about what matters to you. So the conversation, it's about changing those conversations, about the shift in relationship as these images show.
And if you're gonna dream it big, 'cause someone out there listening. Everyone's got a voice to give, and it's time I heard you whistling, 'cause there's no point at all, in dreaming small,
So today it's the North London Transition Task Force Regional Action Group, or RAG. We meet every kind of 3 or 4 months, and we kind of update each other on work and discuss different topics and what's happening around the aspect of transition in North London area. And so today I'm there on the panel, I'm on the committee because I sit on it, but I'm also presenting our Open University Sexuality Alliance resources, which is very exciting. So we'll be demoing those today as part of our dissemination, or I will be demonstrating them, and really looking forward to that. And yeah, it'll be a really great meeting. It's lovely to see everyone, and I'll take you along for the ride. Out in a park, a very windy park, but it's a really beautiful park near North London Hospice, and I've just had the North London Transition Task Force Regional Action Group meeting, and that was a really good meeting. We discussed a lot of different topics, including Project Echo, sexuality, funding, and so many other things, and I presented the Open University Sexuality Alliance resources. That went really well. We had quite a small attendance at this North London RAG, so I think I'm going to repeat the presentation at another meeting when there's more members, but real positive feedback, real great conversations, and really made an impact, and they thanked me very much, and we had a good discussion afterwards, so I'm really happy. We're now just walking Molly in the park, and then we're off home, collect my meds from pharmacy because they didn't come yesterday as they were supposed to, and then that's that. See you later. So today I had the Haven House Sexuality Awareness and Training session. So they had asked the Open University Sexuality Alliance about providing some training for their staff. They had a week of staff training this week, and so myself and Alison Cook from the Alliance went today and delivered a session all about supporting young people with their sexuality, intimacy, relationships and so on. Talking a lot about the professional issues and the legal aspects, but also about the young person's perspective, and really providing their staff with that support and advice and knowledge to know how to deal with it. We had some feedback forms filled out for us, and that was really good. They were so positive about our training session and how useful it was, and lots of ideas flying around about what they're going to do. We think they're going to build a sexuality policy, they're going to appoint sexuality champions in their organisation, so we really made an impact. Aside from that, however, it seems that everything possible that could have gone wrong went wrong. On the way there, I woke up to find that my urostomy, was absolutely bursting and had started to leak. And I can't change my stomas in my wheelchair. I can just about empty them, but I can't change them. So that was a bit of a nightmare. And then we had to get to the event. My other bag started leaking. The TPN fridge has gone wrong, so the TPN's all too warm, and it's just been the day from hell. But looking forward to next week. It's going to be a fun week, and I'll take you along for the ride. So what day is it today? It's Monday the 4th of November. I've got a meeting in London about personal health budgets, about counting PHBs and how we move forward, and basically a lot about where we are, where we're at, and what's going to happen in future. So I'm there kind of championing PHBs and end-of-life care PHBs, integrated budgets, and so on and so forth. And yeah, it's going to be a really good meeting. I'm just really hoping it'll be a productive day. You've just arrived in London. We're at an event in the Millbank Tower. Just taking Molly for quick walkies, as you'll see. Looking forward to going in the event, and I'll update you later. Molly, come! Yeah, good girl! Yeah, clever girl, that's nice! Nice run! Nice run! Yeah! We've just come out from the meeting about indicative budgets or indicative planning with personal health budgets. It's been a really interesting meeting, doing some activities and work, talking about the differences between indicative budgets and indicators in terms of funding. So, you know, it's lots of different ways of working things out and lots of different ways of doing things, but actually what's better? Should it be a set budget? Should it be more flexible? It's all sorts of things like that. So we've had a really interesting day. We're now just come out to the park to walk Molly dog, who's having a nice run, as you'll see, and then we're heading home from London. It's now about 3:30 and it's going to be a late, well, not a late one, but fairly late, and then meds and then bed and then get on with some work and record another video for someone else. So see you later. So today I had a really successful meeting in London, as you know, talking about indicative budgets, looking at brainstorming different ideas, thinking about how we do it well, do we do it properly, and looking at it in the context of the 6 key features of personal health budgets and where in that process it comes and why it comes where it does. And it was a really great meeting. We did lots of different activities, brainstorming different ideas around indicative budgets, and whether actually we even want to use the term indicative budget or whether upfront indication is the right term. And we were actually saying that upfront indication is a more holistic, conversational, collaborational type process, whereas indicative budgets are more a process that are fixed and done in the same way and everyone's looked at it in the same way. So it was quite interesting to brainstorm different ideas and think around the phrases and the key words that we use. And I really felt like I contributed a lot, and that was great. I always like it when I feel like I've contributed a lot, and it was great to chat and to think about things and actually to think about things differently, because I often work and I breeze through the 6 key features of personal health budgets and don't always focus on the actual specifics, especially of indicative budget setting. We focus on personalised care and the shift in relationships and personalised care and support planning and building the package and all that kind of stuff, but we don't actually necessarily think about indicative budgets or upfront indication as I think we would rather call it. And actually talking about upfront indication, saying that it is a more holistic and collaborative process, because indicative budget, people use things like RASs to do the same process for every person, and upfront indication can allow more collaboration, and it does come before personalised care and support planning. But actually we need to personalise the upfront indication a little bit as well and think about that in the context of how do we set an indicative budget if we don't know the needs and the wishes, and also talking about understanding the person, because we don't live in isolation, we live in families, we live in communities, and working out what's available, knowing the local area, because how can you set a budget if you don't know the local area and the services available and what you're spending in other places. So it was a really fantastic meeting. It was great to see everyone, and Molly was an absolute superstar as always. She slept through the meeting, obviously very boring for her, it wasn't up her street today, so she just slept through the whole thing. And there was a nice little park at the venue, so she got to have a nice run. And I'm now home. I've just filmed a video for another colleague of mine who wanted a video for their hospital staff training, so I've just done that. And I've spoken to my colleague Maddie from the Sexuality Alliance to plan our session for a conference next week that we're attending virtually, and trying to do loads of work and send off loads of emails and sort everything out. It's been really busy, but I really do love my life, and I've had a fantastic day today. And tomorrow and Wednesday I've got 2 long days of training in London on group facilitation skills. So that's going to be quite exciting but tiring. And then on Thursday I've got a meeting or an event in Suffolk, and I'm going to go and talk about the lived experience of personal health budget. So they've got a personalised care day, and I'm going there to share the personal health budget for general care side of things. I've got another person speaking about personal wheelchair budgets, and other people speaking about the carer perspective and other aspects of personalised care. So I'm talking about the lived experience of personal health budgets. And then from Suffolk, we're rushing into London, not great, to go to the Women of the Future awards ceremony, because I'm up for an award in the Community Spirits section, and that's very exciting. I'm absolutely honoured to have been nominated. I really don't think I'll win, because you look at the calibre of the other nominees or the finalists and just think, oh, they're way above me, but I'm extremely honoured to have been a finalist. That's just fantastic, and to be recognised and to be part of the Women of the Future network, because all finalists are part of that network, so I'm looking forward to that. And then Friday I've got some calls in the morning and afternoon, and then we're going out with family for dinner, because some of our Welsh family are up in London, so they're going to pop down to Essex and come and see us, and that's going to be my week, and I'll carry on updating you throughout the week and see how things go. It's Tuesday morning, we're just heading to London. It's still dark for some group facilitation training which is taking place today, and tomorrow we've got to be there at 9 o'clock until 5 o'clock, so it's going to be a long 2 days, both days, but it's going to be good, and looking forward to it. I really need these skills to continue in my work, to be able to facilitate groups properly and understand how to get the best out of people. So yeah, I'll take you along for the ride. So it's Wednesday, the 6th of November. Sorry I didn't update again yesterday, it kind of went a bit pear-shaped. I mean, the meeting was great and it was so interesting. We did focused conversations, we did some activities, we learnt a lot, so the meeting was fun, but we had the journey from home from hell, and it was just, we got caught in accident, well, not in an accident ourselves, but we got caught up in traffic because of an accident, and I was really tired, I didn't feel well, and Molly had been alerting me all day because my temperature had been going up and down, and yeah, it just wasn't great. And there's a side to all of this that people just don't see, that people just think that because I'm going out to events and meetings and charity events and sitting on committees and doing all my work, that means I'm fine, but actually I'm not. And you know, I just recently had 3 weeks off where I was really ill with a chest infection, kidney infection, I had bowel obstruction, I had bladder hemorrhaging, and it was horrible. And although I'm over that acute illness, infection, exacerbation stage, obviously the underlying infections that I've got have not gone. I'm still spiking fevers on a daily basis. I still feel like absolute rubbish all the time. I'm so tired, I sleep a lot, I'm not as productive as I usually am, and it's actually quite hard. I must say, everything is a struggle at the moment, and it's typically my body is struggling at its most when I'm at my most busy. But I really do love what I do. I love making a difference and educating others, and you know, just doing what I can to make a difference. But this training yesterday and today is all about group facilitation. That's important for me because I want to set up a strategic co-production group in Essex. I also have recently started facilitating a lot of different workshops and meetings, and it will stand me in good stead for future to make sure that I understand all the technical kind of processes and things, ways you can achieve the end goal, and learning all about it, and you know, just trying it out and you know, finding my feet. I mean, yesterday in our focus discussion kind of activity, it was sometimes hard to step out of the educator mode and actually into the facilitator. So I had to, you know, really watch myself that I didn't influence the discussion too much, and that I didn't step back into my kind of trainer, educator kind of pose. I had to just make sure I stayed as a facilitator, and that was really interesting. So second day of the training, another really long day in London. So it's going to be a busy couple of days. However, I just wanted to say another thing. So November is Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and my Auntie Louise lost her dad to pancreatic cancer a couple of years ago, or 18 months ago, and he lived quite a long time for someone with pancreatic cancer, terminal pancreatic cancer, but a lot of people don't. And I'm wearing purple today, so not my jacket, but my blanket today is purple, just in honour of Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month, and my friend Leslie Goodburn's husband Seth, so Seth's Legacy, # Seth's Legacy, who died from pancreatic cancer just over a month after he was diagnosed about 4 or 5 years ago. So doing a little bit to raise awareness of that, and I will update you later, see how it goes, and yeah, let's see you later. What people consider a good holiday to look like. So we want to understand what elements of a holiday make it perfect for you. So we're going to discuss this topic in detail, and I want to start off by talking about your personal experience with holiday. So if we go around this way, where was your last holiday? Fantastic. So again, very varied experiences. And this time, has anyone got any experiences perhaps when a holiday didn't go well? Just feel free to shout out when you're ready. So it's been a really long couple of days. Monday I had the PHB counting meeting. Yesterday and today I've been at group facilitation skills training with ICA UK. Been a really interesting 2 days. I've loved being back in an educational environment. I can't believe how much I miss that learning process, that collaboration, and developing new skills. I really enjoyed that, and I'm already planning on doing some other courses and hopefully build my skills even more, including a course that follows on from the one I've done the last 2 days. The group really made it a fantastic place to be, and it was really enjoyable. I just really enjoyed the last few days, and again, love learning. I just love broadening my horizons and thinking up new ideas and developing my skills. And the group facilitation skills are really going to benefit me in so many different roles and projects going forward. So it's been, a good 2 days. I'm so grateful to the Living Life to the Fullest team who funded this training for me as part of our project, and some funding we were awarded through that. So that's been really helpful. So we've got a busy day tomorrow. It's a very long day, early start, late night, but in the morning or at lunchtime I've got a Suffolk conference around personalised care, and I'm giving a speech on the impact of personal health budgets and the lived experience of personal health budgets. Then we've got to dash from there to London to get ready and get Molly walked, anything like that, before the Woman of the Future awards ceremony. As I said in another video, I'm not going to win, but it's going to be a fantastic night. So we have that network and that support and to make those connections. It's going to be a brilliant opportunity, and I'm all about seeking opportunities. So yes, the award nomination, being a finalist of that award is wonderful, but the connections you'll make, the network you'll have, that's all also very important to me, and probably more important than actually winning. So, and I've just looked at the other calibre of the other nominees, and I just think, I haven't got a chance. They're just absolutely amazing, and it's going to be wonderful to learn from them, to speak with them, to network, to discover ideas, to find ways to collaborate. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then Friday we've got our meal with our family. Haven't had the best few days with my health. My infections I had almost a month ago now, the chest infection, the kidney infection and bowel obstruction, everything like that. I really thought the antibiotics I had at that time would finally kick these chronic infections into a little bit of touch away, in a way, because I just really thought finally it might get the inflammatory markers down and get my daily fevers stopped and start to make me feel better. But it hasn't. I'm still spiking a fever every day. I still feel rubbish. I'm still very tired, quite sleepy a lot, not as productive as I usually am. Just feel rubbish generally. So it's making it really hard, and I just get so frustrated with my body. It's always like letting me down. And it's like, come on body, just keep going, but I don't know. And there's not much the NHS can do. They've done everything they can, and if the antibiotics aren't working, then we can't keep pumping me full of them, because it doesn't matter how many IV antibiotics you give me. If the infection's not going to respond, I'm going to end up even more resistant. So, it's not the best time on a health front, but life could not be better in many ways, and work is just going amazingly. So it's Thursday the 7th of November. We're just at Blackbourne Community Centre in Suffolk, ready for the personalised care event, at which I'm speaking on the lived experience of personal health budgets. It'd be nice to see everyone. I can only stay for our little sessions. There's a session on personal wheelchair budgets, and then my session on PHBs, and then I've got to dash off to London, so we just come for my section. But it's going to be a really good day, and looking forward to it, and hopefully see some people I know, which is always good. And let's see how today goes. Directly commission packages are often block contracts, or they're set up in a way that we don't have as much autonomy over our care, whereas with the personal health budget we can choose how that money is spent to meet those outcomes in our plans. So if that's a little bit creative, then so be it. And it's all about what matters to you. So the conversation, it's about changing those conversations, about the shift in relationship as these images show, shifting from one to another. So being asked what matters with you to what matters to you, and being seen as a patient with needs and a person with a life and outcomes and things to do. And fundamentally, PHBs do change the relationship, but we need staff to be prepared to share that power a little bit, let go of that little bit of control, and work with us. but you can't underestimate the power of giving us greater autonomy in our life, because actually it gives us the chance to be more autonomous in our lives overall, giving us that little bit of power, gives us that confidence to actually think I can make my own decisions and I can do things myself. But even for people that perhaps can't manage their own budget, but have a nominee managing for them, that creates a choice and control in their lives and make the care work for that person. And that's what personal health budgets do. They put that at the centre of me in my life. So it's all about helping me meet those outcomes and meet those goals. And I have a personalised care and support plan because I have a PhD, and that I create myself. So I do that myself, and then send it around the team and get it agreed, because they recognise that I want it to be my life and my words. I want it to be my voice that comes through in that plan, not someone else's interpretation of me, but actually me. And Molly has her own dedicated page in my personalised care and support plan. There's a whole page about Molly, because she's that much a part of my life. But that is, that's personalised to me. It's also got a page about my work, and also my needs, but it really sums me up as a person. I often say personalised care and support planning is like downloading a person into a plan and then summarising it. You need to capture everything about that person in essence in that plan. So it's now about 4:30. Sat in the car while Mum takes Molly for a walk, 'cause it's really cold, and I'm just finding this really hard after 4 long busy days. So she's going to walk Molly in Hyde Park quickly, and I'm just going to chill, have a little snooze again, and then we've got the award ceremony from 7. So it's going to be good. It's going to be a good evening, but I'm just really tired. Really kind of wish I didn't have to do this in a funny sort of way. It's going to be a great experience and everything like that, but it's just not this week after everything. But yeah, it'll be a good evening. Nice time with Mum and Molly Dog, of course. And yeah, my speech went really, really well. Very well received, lots of lovely questions, so I was very happy with that, and I got a bunch of flowers, which was wonderful, so I was very, very pleased about that. And yeah, but it's just been a long day after a long week, and I could just do with a good few days chilling, but I haven't got the chance for that yet, so we'll just have to see how it goes. So it's Saturday night, so it's the 9th, the 9th today. It's been a busy couple of weeks. Yeah, it's been a really busy couple of weeks. Fireworks going off. Molly's absolutely terrified, bless her, but never mind. I'm trying to get on with some work, but not getting very far. I've had a really good 2 weeks on the work front, but on a life front, I had the best 2 weeks with my health, and everything possible that could have gone wrong seemed to have went wrong. Not this last week, but the week before, and it's just been a manic time, and just had the most amazing time, really, with my work. On Thursday, I was so tired when we got back. We didn't get back till 1:30 in the morning. I didn't even do a video then, and yesterday I was so tired I didn't do a video, but I didn't win the Woman of the Future award, but to be a finalist alongside those amazing people that do so much more and are so much more worthy than me was just an amazing achievement. I really felt like being a finalist in those awards was just something that I never dreamed would be possible, and I've made some good connections and hopefully some friends, and really look forward to pursuing being part of the Women of the Future network. I met some people that I know online, which was really nice, and yeah, just had a really good time. It was a long old day and a late night on Thursday, but it was a good day. And then yesterday I slept most of the day, and then we went out in the evening with Mum's cousin and her husband, so Mary and Howard. They were in the area for this weekend, so we went out to dinner and saw them, so that was wonderful, and had a lovely time. And yeah, today I've not really got much done. I walked Molly, we got her a poppy for her collar, and took some pictures of her, as I'll show you just now, in the village, which is all decorated with the poppies in honour of our fallen heroes and current heroes, and the veterans and everyone that's been a part of the armed forces in some shape or form, really trying to celebrate their sacrifice for what we've done. And our village are so great with things like this. The Thundersea Town team and the churches, and everyone just really gets together, and the villagers all really get together, and we've decorated the village with lots of poppies, and it looks beautiful, and it's just wonderful to be part of our village and part of this lovely group of people that really do care about their neighbours and the villagers, and what we can do with what we've got. And so today, trying to get some work done this evening, edit this vlog together, hopefully get that uploaded, but it might not be uploaded until the next couple of days. And got loads of research type work to do, and some reviewing type work to do, so I'm going to do that as well, try and do that. And got a busy week coming up. I'm filming on Monday and Tuesday for the Wall Street Journal. Then I've got a Sexuality Alliance project management meeting on Wednesday morning, and then on Wednesday afternoon, myself and my Alliance colleague Maddie Blackburn, or Dr. Maddie Blackburn, are delivering some staff training for St Oswald's Hospice, so that's going to be really exciting. We're demoing our sexuality resources, which is always good. And then Thursday I've got a strategic co-production group meeting, and then Friday I've got a load of calls and other bits and bobs. I can't even begin to remember what they were. I've got a call in the morning and then 2 other things on that day. So I probably won't vlog this week, but I will vlog the following week when we go to Hospice UK. So see you in a couple of weeks.
And if you're gonna dream it big, 'cause someone